that classic. You don't really know what's going on at the beginning, but as you go through it.
So as the player, you're just kind of thrown into this, and you're like, all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Layers at the onion get peeled back, and
but that's my favorite way of getting to know the story, right?
Weirder and weirder.
I like weird. I think most people. Oh wow, and these are aliens, or am I wrong?
I think we're calling them nanomutes.
Okay, nanomutes.
Nanomutes.
Or the corrupt. Yeah.
I was gonna say Bill calls us.
All right, and just for clarification, I guess the vehicle that we're controlling, this is MEG?
No, MEG is a robot dog that
oh, it's a robot dog.
It's your NPC. It helps you through doing all the physical work.
All right.
And all the creatures are known as the corrupted.
Okay, the corrupted. Why is that? Is that something that you find out later, or is this something you can talk about now?
So basically, everything is made up of parts of the leftovers in the fight. So as you die, more stuff is created, and more AI is created.
Yeah, so I guess the context of the world that we're in, we're calling it the probability aperture.
Okay.
And essentially, there's this idea that there's this dimensional disjunction, and the company QM, for short, quantum multiphysics, has access to this technology that allows them to go into these regions and exploit and gather resources and things like that.
Yeah.
And corruption is the term we use to describe the unintended consequences that happen.
Yeah.
So a lot of the AI you see in the world is supposedly, there's something happening.
You'll recognize vehicle parts and that within the creatures themselves. You can see they're made up of.
All right, well, we can actually see some fighting going on here. And the first thing that strikes me is that it's not just, because when I think fighting, typically, I'm used to seeing either melee or, I have a gun. But here, I'm actually setting things up.
Yes. Yeah, there's two parts to this. There's a build end to it, so almost like a classic tower defense, but using that mechanic, but you're continually moving through the story.
Okay.
Yeah, so we like to call it a tactical action shooter.
Okay.
With some, people will say tower defense or RTS, some elements of these styles of gameplay.
So I noticed that, I guess, especially since this is the beginning where you're kind of introduced to everything, it kind of highlighted where to put down your initial setup.
Yeah.
And I guess that's to teach you, like, okay, so this is how you're going to be fighting.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
And I think that one of the challenges for us was how to display these mechanics on the show floor, right? In a demo context.
Oh, that was super cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so I assume those things like detonate if you shoot at it, right?
Yes.
All right. Okay, so I'm already seeing that he's already fought different kinds of the corrupted, I guess, as you like to call them. Okay, and as you progress through the level, I mean, I assume not only do you have to utilize what do you call the things that you set down?
Call them deployables.
Deployables, right?
Yeah. So
I assume there's like as you guys have been mentioning, there's like different ways you should set that up to defeat different types of enemies.
Exactly.
Okay.
And as we get the game closer to finish, will be lots of deployables and lots of different ways to defend and get through the game.
Yeah.
And you can replay it different ways.
Yeah, I think that's probably been one of the more interesting things so far in our experience at PAX has been watching how people approach the scenarios.
Yeah, that must be interesting because everyone probably has like a different way of thinking about how to set up the deployables.
Yeah, and there's a bit of an art form to placing them, and I think it's something that some people spend a lot of time doing, rotating walls just right.
I'm sure there's many people out there that are like, oh, I did this wrong. It was like 1 pixel off. I need to redo this level.
Yeah, so it's been great watching people.
It's about a 15-minute demo. We've had people 45, 50 minutes. Just can I do it again? Can I do it again?
So I assume, so as you progress through the different levels, are there like upgrades and things that you can do to, I guess, have cooler deployables?
Yeah, there will be. So we've pulled a lot of that out for the show floor, but there will be customization and
customization for the deployables, or as well
vehicles,
as
everything.
Awesome, all right, because I know everyone loves customization.
Exactly. But we had to really slim it down for
Of
for
course.
PAX.
Because you only have a certain amount of time you want the player.
Yeah,
and if players are already spending 45 minutes, you can only imagine
we gotta show
they
more
would
people.
just be stuck there for hours. Yeah.
Yeah. So right now we're approaching the reactor.
Okay.
And
what is this reactor?
So the reactor basically provides power for the facility.
Okay.
So the idea behind this scenario is these 4 cooling rods that you see here have to be protected, and as soon as you activate the reactivation sequence for the reactor, all of the corrupted enemies are attracted to the energy source.
Oh wow! Okay.
So yeah, this is sort of like a wave style battle, as you'll see here.
All right, I'm excited for this. So what you've been doing up until now has been kind of like a teaser for this.
Well, yeah, we had to teach all those mechanics pretty quickly.
Well, that makes sense. Yeah.
And then get them into the main fight.
So just out of curiosity, I saw earlier that he had like 2 deployables out. Does that number change? Can you have more than 2?
In this demo we have 4, but we have quite a few more that we haven't added to the demo yet.
All right. So eventually later on, will I be able to have like 15 or something like that, or?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. There's
Oh,
all
wow,
sorts of weird
okay.
stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So-
Nice.
So the
All right.
the basic types right now, as we'll see in a moment, you have sentries, so automated weapons.
Yeah.
You have walls, you have mines, and you have beacons. And beacons are sort of an energy source that.
Where they get attracted.
Yeah,
Nice.
so you can see you can
So
have
you can
fun
set up
with,
mines with the
Yeah,
beacons
exactly.
and okay, that's exciting. So here I see he's actually going out.
Yeah, so you'll see him prepare here. This is where he.
So he'll build his defense around
Okay,
these
so I
flags.
want to see how he decides to build.
Yeah. There he goes.
So because you guys, I'm sure, have seen this many times, you already know like what the optimal defense layout is like, or
Yes and no.
There's a bunch of different ways of doing it. There's
Yeah.
no set ways, and we've seen some really creative solutions.
yeah. Wait, like
ones that
here
we-
at
yeah.
PAX, were you guys surprised a few times? Like,
Yes.
oh,
yeah.
It was like, oh wow. Which also expose holes. You
No,
know,
this
it's
is
like,
true.
It's like, okay, we gotta get back.
let's fix that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So you see all these smoking. These things are our hives here, and you'll see the enemies will come out of there.
Oh, okay, okay. So those are like the spawning points, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But it doesn't really handle the same way twice. So I mean, more or less, there's a general strategy, but
Yeah.
you can also just have fun as well.
And so each time you like, okay, let's say if I wanted to replay like a particular level, right? Will the enemies always spawn at the same points? Was there some sort of like randomness to that?
Yeah, there's elements of randomness in the spawning strategy. So each time it'll be slightly different.
Okay, so you can't just like go in knowing exactly at this second this will happen.
No,
or, okay.
because I think that the enemies, we can control their attributes, right? So
Yeah.
maybe there's speed, or there's a speed health trade-off, or an attack damage.
Yeah, of
you know.
course, yeah.
So, yeah, I guess the idea is, you don't want people just being able to do the same thing over and
Yeah,
over
yeah,
again.
yeah. That would defeat the
You also want
purpose.
to keep the intensity way up, right? Like you want to be.
Of course, you want to keep it fast-paced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how much time are you given to, I guess, set everything up? Because like, if you have an infinite amount of time, I could totally see myself just taking
Oh, yeah.
forever.
Yeah,
Like-
I mean,
Oh yeah, we've seen that too on the showroom floor.
yeah.
Just like-
So-
It's like,
The enemies are coming. They're like, I haven't finished.
oh yeah, and people gotta line it up perfectly.
Exactly.
and it's, you
I
know-
would probably be that person too.
Yeah, I am that person too. So it's
yeah.
gotta look good before you go into
Exactly,
battle.
because
Yeah.
that is totally an important part of defending yourself against these corrupted.
Yeah. They
All right.
appreciate the aesthetic, It's,
I
Of course,
think
it intimidates them. It's intimidating. Yeah.
okay, I think I'm ready here. Let's
All right,
you
sounds
do
good.
it?
I'm
let's hope,
excited.
let's hope for the best here.
yeah. It's a
All right,
moment
this
of
is
truth.
the moment of truth I was
Yeah.
just going to say.
Fingers crossed.
Okay, so this is when
So there's your mag.
it attracts all the corrupted. You said, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
So they're all the corrupted is attracted by power.
Okay.
Any-
so
any-
they're like,
and-
oh, I feel something.
Yeah.
So are those red things set up mines?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll see them.
You'll see them go up.
Yeah, so you can see we call these guys clingers for now.
Clingers?
Yeah.
All right.
They're attracted to the beacon first, and then they can also jump the walls. So
Yeah.
it's not completely.
So with the
airtight.
mines, once they detonate, are they done?
Yes.
All
yeah.
right. So already, like when I'm looking at this, I'm like, wait, is it a waste that the mines are already going off with these clingers? Because
It takes care of that first wave.
oh, okay, okay.
Because the waves are going to start getting stronger and stronger.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And then you'll see the introduction of a new enemy.
So and that's something we're having fun with is there's the pre-building strategy. So
Yeah.
what's set up now, but you can also build on the fly.
Oh, okay.
So
I was gonna ask you if you can keep.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
Editing
I
as
can
you
just
go,
drop down
alright.
more right here.
yeah, and so I think that's part of the fun of that mechanic for us. So for future scenarios, we can make them, sort of you have to build things on the fly or
Yeah.
multi-layered.
And is there
environments.
like different, I guess, building times for the different things that you can set down? So for example, like
There's a cost of time for each of the things.
okay,
Yeah.
so it's not just instantaneous for every
And I
different.
guess we should mention you pick up scrap from the enemies. That's sort of
And
the
that,
system.
does that also help you build everything?
Yeah, so
Okay.
every deployable will have its amount of scrap that's
Yeah.
required. So scrap's the general building currency as it is.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. So, are these guys also the clingers? They look a little bigger.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's one more. One of our favorite enemies is on its way too.
All right, I'm excited.
Yeah, you'll see.
I'm not.
Oh,
There
it
he
is.
is.
Oh, whoa. What is that?
You don't want to
Does
know.
it have wheels?
Yes.
It has wheels? Wait, why do I not want to know? Now I really want to know.
Yeah.
This is like reverse psychology you guys are working on me.
Well,
here.
this is Dave's running away now.
I'm running away.
Why is he running away?
Because he's afraid.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait.
So there we go. So,
So he's
Successfully.
Wait, just out of curiosity, what would have happened if you didn't
oh,
run away?
it was ugly.
they basically ram you, so they'll just.
Oh,
and 3 or 4
so
of
they're
them
like
is
bumper cars, but not
basically-
the friendly kinds
No,
where we're
no,
joking around.
exactly.
They
Yeah.
want to kill
So
you.
now
All right.
we've powered up the power plant here.
Awesome. So
There
the
we go.
reactor has been
there it
activated.
is.
Oh, there.
oh, there he goes.
All right, you got him, Dave.
Yeah,
Good
and our
job.
defenses are up now, which is great. You can see all the turrets up in the sky.
Nice.
Yeah.
So,
Helping us out.
so I
Clear
have
tower.
some backup.
Exactly.
So after this, what is there? Okay, so we're being told.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
this is pretty much us wrapping, and I think the dialogue gave us a chance to sort of explore where we're going with the
Yeah,
story.
we sort of want
Yeah.
to feed a little bit of the narrative in there, and
Yeah, as well as teaching you about the mechanics of how to fight and
Yeah.
things
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
And introducing you to the different enemies. Probably, if I were first playing this game, I'd be like, I'm just going to shoot at that thing that's
Yeah,
coming at
yeah.
me. Oh,
Yep.
well, there's a lot of people who don't defend at all. Their very first, oh, I can do this,
Yeah.
and they go out there and they last about 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And then they
Wait,
come
so
back.
I'm just curious, is there a penalty for, like, how, if you die, like, what happens there?
Well, for the demo, we just throw you back
Okay,
into it.
right.
Just to-
This-
we just
this
we
is
just
true.
want to show our
Yeah.
our mechanics.
But in the actual game, like, how will it work?
So this is a discussion we have quite often.
Yeah.
And most of us like the model of starting again. you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see when we get to that point.
But as I mentioned, we have the drone connection, so it's like you're losing connection with
Yeah.
the vehicle. So we
Yeah,
have
that
lot to
makes a
work
lot
with
of
in that
sense,
Yeah.
All right, well, unfortunately, we are running out of time. But
Great.
before I let you guys go, where can people find more information about MEG 9?
I guess